Hello, my name is Rowlands and I'm a Nutritional Balancing Practitioner. And in this video, I'm going to outline what I do in a day. This is only designed to be a guide for other people to work towards, as I have had 11 years to master this path. Initially, I had to overcome changes to work, the release of toxic friendships, addictions, relationship issues, and more. So please don't feel guilty if you cannot live your life similar to how I currently do. Also, everyone is different and you must find your own routine rhythm. I personally do things slightly differently to Dr. Wilson's morning spa routine, but this is only because I find this works better for my particular lifestyle and work balance. Please, if you enjoy our channel and want to stay up to date with all the latest videos, please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be informed of all new content. I try to sleep at around 9 to 10 p.m. The earlier is better, but I have certainly had my fair share of late nights, mainly because life is so stimulating at times. In general, however, I usually wake up at around 8 to 8:30 a.m. Although when I was healing earlier on in my journey, I could easily sleep up until 10 or even 11 a.m. I never wake up to an alarm. However, I have built my life over the years to be able to do that. I appreciate not everyone can do the same. When I wake up, I try not to go on my phone because it's very easy to waste time scrolling through things on social media. I don't jump straight out of bed, I take my time to get up, and when I do, I try to drink 1 litre of spring water. Sometimes I can't manage it all, but I usually get through around 1 litre. Whilst I'm doing that, I put my coffee onto boil and do an enema. I try to do 2 coffee enemas back to back, and at the same time I do some pulling down or I will listen to an audiobook. I try to do some toe popping too if I can. You can also do some other advanced program techniques like the penis implant during these enemas, or you can add some garlic to enemas or have a heat lamp shine on your abdomen if you wish, but I don't personally do them every day. Once I finish my back-to-back enemas, I cook breakfast, eat and take morning supplements. Sometimes after breakfast I will answer any emails, or if I don't have many, I will answer them all. Recently I have also gotten into the habit of working on my new Nutritional Balancing online course so I can get that project live. I have a home sauna, and if I used it every day I would warm it up and go in the sauna. However, to help with home isolation, I prefer to take a sauna down at my local health spa most afternoons, which breaks up the day for me. After answering emails, I'll start my work day. This usually begins from around 11 a.m. and the time I work tends to vary. Usually around this time, I do the spinal twist, which takes up about 30 seconds. I always work on a projector to reduce EMF sensitivity. I personally think that doing this, even if you don't have EMF sensitivity, is a must because people don't realise how stimulating a computer is if they have to use it often. I make sure when I'm working to take a few breaks, and I tend to work mainly on web design and the program, although recently I am trying to work mainly on the program. Between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m, depending on my work schedule, I will eat lunch and take my second dose of supplements. Again, it's quite relaxed. I often watch some TV whilst I'm eating. Usually I will go down to the sauna at around 3 to 6 p.m. most days and have a sauna and relax. This costs me around £35 a month to use the facilities, so it's quite good value for money. I don't do this every day, but I usually have a sauna at least 4 times per week down at the spa. If I don't go down to the spa, I can often have one later on in the afternoon at home. Within this afternoon period, I make sure I drink at least another litre, but I try to aim for 2. I can easily drink 1 litre of water whilst in the sauna. When I come home, I finish any bits of work I need to do. I eat dinner with my 3rd dose of supplements, I take my dogs for a walk, and then generally rest and watch TV with my partner for the rest of the evening. Whilst I am relaxing at night, I have a reflexology gun that I use on my feet and body to give me some reflexology. Throughout the week, I try to incorporate a few advanced program accelerators. I don't do them every day, but I try to have an ozone machine on when I work. I also try to ozonate my water, and if I can, I like to have a bath with 10 cups of 12% hydrogen peroxide once per week, although it does use a lot of hydrogen peroxide when doing them regular. I try to use a skin brush after every sauna, and I rub myself down with a salt-based soap. I try to get a deep tissue massage most weeks down at the spa, and I used to get chiropractic sessions every week, but I find I don't need them as much anymore. I try to keep the house clean, and we always use natural products. To keep on top of this, I actually hire my mom to give the house a deep clean every week. It's important to note that I am not a robot like this every single day. Sometimes I'll meet a friend in the afternoon, which means eating before or finding a suitable place to eat out. I may go see my grandparents at the evenings a couple of times a week, or I may go out and meet friends. Becoming like a robot with all of this can be quite depressing. I like to be flexible, but I generally stick to the above. I don't worry, however, if I end up eating my breakfast a little late, or if I skip the morning enema and take one in the afternoon if something important comes up. It's also important for me to balance out my life with the 10 love tanks. In the beginning of the program, I prioritised rest, but as I healed, I realised that there were more things I needed to do in order to feel whole. I learned about the love tanks a few years ago and realised these were foundational in order to feel whole, contented and happy. Below are the 10 love tanks. I try to keep them pretty balanced. If one overflows, you tend to become out of balance and you can generally feel it. And if one is deficient, you will also feel it too. Number 1, God's love. This is an unwavering love from God. You don't need to do anything, but just realise this love is always there and you are part of something much bigger and greater than a random hunk of flesh. Number 2, parental love. I don't see my dad much because he has decided not to be a part of my life really, but I'm very close with my mum and I make sure she's looked after and we get along well. It's important if you can to have good relationships with your parents. 3, family, friends and fun. It's important to spend time with high quality friends. Make sure you see other family members often like grandparents, siblings and others, and also have some fun. You may enjoy dancing, cycling, hiking, singing. All of these are important in life to balance out. Number 4, peer relations. Peer relations are like work relations or having relationships with people who share similar interests. For example, I am part of groups of people who are on the program or I chat with other practitioners. They are not my close friends I see every week, but they stimulate my brain on a level that friends and family cannot. Number 5, self-love. This can be confusing for those who lack self-love. Self-love definitely improves as your health improves. Having a functioning brain, some energy and happy chemicals in your brain goes a long way to loving who you are as a person. Learning to stop comparing yourself to others in an indulgent way is important because you are a unique individual. So thinking you're lesser off because you're not like another person is futile. And regardless, if you walked in their shoes of mind, it's more likely you are probably already in a better position than them. Loving the self is basically just accepting yourself rather than the lovey-dovey kind of love people can associate with self-love sometimes. Number 6, romantic love. This is the love you have for a partner. This type of love should be grounded in mutual respect, honesty and caring. This is a very easy tank to overfill. People often end up spending too much time with their significant other, making other tanks deficient. This is often the cause of many relationship breakups. Thinking your partner can keep all of your tanks full is wishful thinking and never works. Being overly attached or overly avoidant in your love in this area also causes difficulties. Romantic love can be the most painful type, but it can also be the most powerful. Finding a stable, powerful relationship can be a strong bedrock in your life. It acts as a powerful anchor for all of the other tanks to flourish. I personally had to go around a few rounds of pain in this particular tank to figure out how to keep this love tank healthy. Number 7, dependent love. This is more important than you think. Having something depend on you is pretty powerful. A pet, a child, or even something like tending to a garden will fill up this tank. When you are sick, thinking about having children is probably not a good idea early on, but but having a pet around who is dependent on you is great in general. If you don't have a pet, tend to some flowers to fill this tank up. Number 8, serving your community. Being and feeling part of your community is subtle but important. The way I did it, and I wasn't even aware of it at the time, was I started to become the village web designer and computer geek. I ended up feeling part of my local community. I realised everyone had their own little role and mine was the go-to computer guy. You can also fill up this tank by just getting to know your community, chat to the local butcher, visit a local group, join a local church, volunteer maybe, or something similar. Number 9, serving the world. This has to do with your service to humanity, sharing your unique gifts with the world and expressing your purpose. This tends to bubble up to the surface the more you heal, and it took a few years of healing for me to find it. But for me, teaching about healing and being an inspiration to those on a similar path was my personal purpose. For others, it could be raising children, making clothes for people, or even taking out the rubbish for others. Whatever it is, God has instilled a powerful gift inside every person waiting to flourish. Number 10, service to God. This works closely with point 8, serving the world, but it's also just having this ongoing feeling that God is with you and to be open to things when He puts you in positions to help people or to be kind to people. This feeling isn't often there with you every single second because life can often be hectic, but checking in with that feeling is important. For example, just sitting here writing this paragraph, the sun has literally just beamed through the window onto me. This is a sign that God is here with me and He is happy I am sharing this with you guys listening. It could be as simple as smiling in a shop to a worker or having a chat with someone who bumps into you about health. God puts you in places to help people often without you even realising. Just try to be aware when it's happening and help others as much as you can without burning yourself out. Even just expressing a smile is a way of expressing love on the planet and being a love vessel for God's creation. So that's it. Living your best life is a combination of following the program well and trying to balance out your love tanks. Please don't think I was able to do all of this from day one. I didn't even understand the love tanks until a few years into my healing, so don't beat yourself up if you can't live a life similar straight away. If you would like to begin a healing program, please email lewis@deephealingspace.com. If you'd like a hair test and report from the most advanced hair analysis reporting system on the internet, please visit www.hairanalysis.report/buy. Thanks for listening. Please hit the subscribe and bell icon, and I will see you in the next video.